All right, we should finally be live. How is everybody doing? Oof, me, I am tired as heck, and I'm gonna try my best to stay here and be here. Oh, ow, ow, ow. My controller is sitting on my desk right now, by the way. Just give me a moment here. I'm just gonna look something up. Hardware. Accessories. Yeah. That's yeah. Seriously, Nintendo? All right. Hey, how's it going, Pepper? All right. Maybe we can play the game now.
Here, Birdie.
They're only $70 controllers. Why wouldn't they be the worst, second worst controllers Nintendo's ever made? With, of course, the worst being the $80 controllers you can buy instead. Yeah, Owl, I'm confused by it too.
What's up, little buddy? Aww.
It's the year 2000s. You don't get what you paid for anymore.
What's up, little buddy?
Oh yeah, PS4 controllers are trash too. Xbox controllers are trash. They're all trash. They don't know how to make controllers. If you want a quality controller, That's how I feel right now. That right there, that's the people who make damn controllers nowadays. Take that, little shits. If you want a quality controller, you have to buy it from a third-party seller. You know the controllers that used to be so bad that you just like never use them? It's like, oh wow. This super cheap controller is so bad that unless my other controller like my other controller is like cutting open my thumb, all right? That's how bad it is right now. It's cutting open my thumb, but I'd rather use this controller than the third-party controller because the third-party controller just doesn't even work. Now the third-party controllers are the good controllers, and they're still cheaper, by the way. And the first-party controllers, which are more expensive than they've ever been before, are the cheap pieces of shit. I mean, look at this. I don't know if anyone who's currently watching this has ever seen me do this. Let me show you a little something. A little something. Well, is this like super zoomed in? 200%. What the heck is wrong with you? All right. Oh, this website doesn't work anymore. Weird. Let's see. They don't have a dark mode? Barbarians. Ah, here we go. So, would you like to see a visualization of what's happening with a PlayStation controller I have plugged into my computer right now? Yeah, PlayStation controllers are so great. Take a look at this. Alright. I'm not doing anything. What is this? Why is this stick? Why are my sticks moving without me touching the controller? Oh, you can't even see it, really. Hold on. Why is my stick... My controller... I have my controller sat down right now. How could it possibly be doing this? And what is this? That... It's not centered. This is me trying to hold it center. Look what happens to it. Why is it bouncing? It's like, no, I don't want to be center. I want to be over there. This is me holding up and slightly to the right. I have to push the controller really hard up and then it works. Pressing it up normally in here, it does that. Well, now that I pressed it up really, really hard, it seems to go up. And it actually doesn't go up all the way though, still. Oh, wait, look at that. There it goes again. This is me doing a full circle with the controller maxed out. Like I'm not letting it come back to the center. I have it pushed all the way to the side, not moving at all, and look what's happening. And when I rotate it, watch what happens. This is what PlayStation says this is circle. This is how a circle looks to PlayStation. So you know when you play a PlayStation game and the analog stick feels very floaty with the characters? You know, like Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn? You want to know why she feels floaty? She feels floaty because if they had one-to-one input, she would be having a seizure. I'm not touching the right stick at all anymore. It's doing this on its own now. I've set the controller back down again. They charge money for this. This is first party. This is what a circle looks like to PlayStation. What's that disorder where you have the shakes? Maybe they put someone who has that whatever it is called in charge, and so they think this is normal. Hell, I would say maybe it's me, right? The right one's not jittering anymore, but it's resting in the top right again. I mean top left. The left one's jittering. I would say it's just me, but I'm not holding the controller. I'm gonna shake the controller now. I'm picking up the controller and shaking it. It's not making any difference. Here we go. Look at the B7. This is me pushing in the analog stick. I mean, not analog stick, but the right trigger as far as it goes. It doesn't go to 100%, it only goes to 90, and it hovers around. This sensor's that jacked up. This goes to 100% over here. This one does not go to 100%. You should see a Nintendo controller with these pads here with a Nintendo controller. If you press down, like I'm gonna simulate what happens when you press down. If you press down on the D-pad like this happens. This is me simulating it. I'm using 2 fingers. I'm spamming left as fast as I can while holding down. That's what happens when you hold down on the D-pad on a Nintendo controller. They charge money for these things. Anyways. Not a little bit of money, by the way. Not a little bit of money. No, 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 no. $70. You used to be able to buy an entire Nintendo for like $90. And it came with 2 controllers. And those 2 controllers are in my fucking closet, and they work to this day if I plug them in. These things can't last 6 months. You want to fix the analog on a PS4, PlayStation DualShock? Here, I'll show you. I'll show you a tutorial on how to fix it. It's taking longer than I expected. I give up. Let's just play the game. Yeah, you fix it by throwing it in the garbage and then buying a third-party controller. They're cheaper and they're better. I don't know why you'd pay more for less. Dude, I'm super tired today. Oh yeah, I'll create a hub. I am really tired, guys. Definitely want to stream for at least a while, though. I barely got any sleep. What? What just happened? I'm just grossed out, man. Dude. So tired of these broken controllers. Shoddy craftsmanship, man. They don't take any pride in their work. Like, people are paying them a ton of money for that. And they're not even just like, it's not even like they're asking for it. They're saying this thing that I made is worth $70. This thing that I made is worth more than what we charge for a game that costs $100 million to make. That's how much we're charging for this thing, okay? That's how good this thing is. No, I don't believe you. Like if I get a new console, like I'm gonna unbox it, and then when I'm throwing away the plastic and shit, I'm gonna throw the new controller unplugged in into the garbage. Like not even just unbox it, take the controller that comes with the console, and throw it in the garbage, and then use a third-party controller.
Enough walking for now.
That's how I would do my unboxing videos. Like, hey guys, I got me a new PlayStation 5 here. Take a look at this. This is nice. Look at this, real nice. All right, let's just get rid of all this plastic trash and wrapping, and just throw the controller away with it. Just bloop, right in the garbage. Like people are like, whoa, why'd you throw away that super expensive controller? Oh, you mean that garbage? That's where I put my trash, in the trash can. Where else am I supposed to put it? That shit's gross. Like I don't even want to touch it with my bare hands. If you want a real controller, here's a real controller. And just like hold up a third-party controller. You buy this from this. This is a Mad Catz controller from the 1990s, and it's 10 times better. Now, back in the 1990s, you might have been thinking, this is a shit controller. But by modern day standards, this is nice. This is a Cadillac right here I got in my hands. Hey, are your fingers bleeding? Is that controller cutting you? Yeah, but it's still better than the one that came with it. God, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch controllers are trash. Oh, I gotta join you, my bad. I'm kind of out of it. My brain's not all here, man. I am insanely tired. I barely got any sleep. Oh, the controller? Dude, it cost them like $5 to make a controller or some shit like that, I think it was.
Ready when you are.
Someone did the math on that a long time ago. How much does it cost to make a PS4 controller? And this was early on when someone did the math. It gets cheaper with time. So in 2013, when the PlayStation first came out, $18. It cost $18 for them to make a controller. 18 fucking dollars. And you know that as that stuff is even more and more standardized, it's cheaper. By now it's like $3 a pop. Basically, you remember those little Tiger handhelds? Those little Tiger handheld machines back in the day? Those things cost more to make.
Mine.
Those little Tiger handheld machines that would be like a shitty version of a game that like was super cheap, but you could play it on the go. Yeah, those things, they cost more to make, man.
Nothing personal, buddy.
Oh, high quality pelt. I didn't have one yet.
Here comes the messy part.
Sweet. I'll be taking this.
All right.
Making progress.
Oh yeah, it's a scam, dude. The controller's a scam. This isn't lost technology, dude. I tell you guys that all the time. It's like the same with like bad remakes and bad like sequels and reboots. It's not some sort of lost knowledge to make a good movie. They know how to make a good movie. They choose to not make a good movie. It's on purpose. The same with the controllers. Like, making a quality controller isn't some sort of lost knowledge. You know, it's like we're not in the dark ages of controller making where like we're like, wow, how did they do that? That's amazing. No, they choose to make shit. They choose to make cheap shit that breaks easily when you're just using it. You're not even abusing it. You're just normally using it.
Doing great. Mine.
Oh, why am I coming over here? I'm right back. The worst part is that with Nintendo, they have the most expensive of the controllers this generation, and their controllers are the worst. And they had like videos about how proud they were of their controllers, and like, oh, look at this, it has motion controls. Yeah, bitch, we know about that. We've seen this before. Nobody likes motion controls. It has HD rumble. Are you fucking kidding me? HD rumble.
This is gonna be good. See ya.
Nice work.
Okay. Hey, monkey man. Oh no, he's gonna blind us. I dodged it.
Look out.
Cover your nose, it's stinky. Look how he runs. Ow. And now it's coming out, these modern consoles, at least on the PlayStation side, even the console doesn't have any longevity. They put some sort of stupid ass, you remember how the Sega Saturn had this bug, this design flaw where you couldn't play games properly, I mean save them properly or something like that if you didn't have jumbo food.
Careful, step your
If you didn't have a
Something's coming.
a battery in it, you would have to replace the little battery in the Sega. Well, welcome to the new PlayStations. They have a little battery in it, and they got this really amazing design feature to where when you turn the console on, it makes sure that the system clock, which is powered by the battery, by the way, matches the clock on the website for PlayStation. And if it doesn't, then what happens is it will not allow you to play your games. Now what that means is it will not allow you to play your games. No games. If you put in a disc and you tell it to play the game of the disc you physically own, it won't work. Dude, my PlayStation 2 still works. I don't know what you're talking about, Vepper. You had one of them bad ones, I guess. Are you sure you're not talking about the Xboxes? The Xboxes didn't last at all. The PlayStation 2s had like a design flaw with their drawers being kind of janky. There was a gear inside them that would be... It was like a plastic gear that would go bad or something. If you replace that gear with like a metal one, you were just fine. You didn't have to ever, like, you'd never have the issue again. And you could just, it was like a 5-minute fix. There is no fix for the battery though.
Sweet.
Here's how you fix the battery, right? You just don't. You buy a new PlayStation. Because it has to sync up with the network, right? So what happens when they shut that network down? Because they shut down the PlayStation 3 network, right? So they're gonna shut down the PlayStation 4 network. They're gonna shut down the PlayStation 5. It has to sync up with that specifically, apparently. Not even just like go online. Apparently, it has to sync up with the store or some shit. Apparently, that's what I was told. Which means that if they shut that down, you can't ever do it or something, or I don't understand. So apparently the only way you can get your PlayStation to work after that is you have to pay someone to modify your PlayStation to give out a fake system clock reading or something like that. And then if it, so like basically you have to pay someone who can like solder shit and do things like that to fuck around with your PlayStation. You're not just gonna change the two screws and then replace a battery. You gotta do a lot more than that, apparently. So you know what I say? Don't bother. I don't know what the hell's wrong with PlayStation, dude. This generation, they've just been out of their damn minds. Well, I know what's wrong with them. Never mind. I say I don't know what's wrong with them, but I know exactly what's wrong with them. And they moved their headquarters to California. They started worrying about politics rather than making video games. Yay. Kunai time. Ow. Or someone do a IP glitch to trick the... Yeah, you have to like hack it or something. You have to make it check somewhere. You have to make it like check a different server or like have some shit installed in your PlayStation. Like, it's not some crap that you're just gonna do real quick. You know, it's not like replacing that plastic gear in the PlayStation 2. Like the PlayStation 2's, the original shipments of them that came out, there was in the disc drawer, if you pressed a button, the disc drawer would come out, right? Well, there was this gear that would spin that while that was happening, and it was like this shitty plastic gear that would wear out, and you just had to replace that, if I remember correctly. It's been years. It was a plastic piece that you could order for like a few pennies and then replace it with a metal version of it, and then you're done.
Making progress.
Or you can just say, screw that.
What's this?
The new PlayStation CEO doesn't think there's any value in the old games. He said he went to some convention and he looked at people playing the old version of the games on the old consoles, and And he was like, why would anyone play those games? He doesn't understand why they would play them. So he doesn't put any value in those games. So
Ooh, look at this.
just steal them. Just modify your PlayStation 2. It's easy. You can just modify it and have every game on it ever made digitally. That way you don't even have to have a disc. It's PlayStation. They deserve it. Not like they believe in backwards compatibility and that they're not trying to resell you those games, the backwards compatible version of those games or anything. No, they don't. No. They're literally shutting down the stores. They don't want you to buy those old games anymore, and they don't understand why you would want to buy them in the first place, so just steal them. That's my advice.
That takes care of that.
A few years ago, I'd be more like, ah, man, you know, try to find any way you can to support the company because the company's important to do the brr, 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 brr. Then they became political little assholes who tried to tell me I was a bad person because I was born wrong. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. Why don't you learn how to make a fucking controller again and then you can tell me how to live my life? How about that?
This is the end.
Kind of like a little testy today, huh? Fruit. All right, I got all these poison fruit. Take this. Take this. Ow. Don't you flash me, I'll flash you. He did the thing on his face. He's like, ow. Wait, he has no berries? Did he drop no berries? If we poison him, will he cure it with a null berry? Ow!
Be careful. I'm just getting started.
Yeah, they are shutting the PlayStation, the mobile PlayStation store and the PS3 store down. It's gonna be, they're gonna shut it down in a month or two or something like that. That's what I say. They're not trying to sell you their old games. And the current CEO says he doesn't understand why anyone would ever even play them.
Place a trap. Give it all you
So they put no value in their own games. Why should you give them money for it?
run like the wind. Yoink.
Like they are actively trying to avoid your ability to give them money by shutting down the stores.
Kimura, here I come.
I don't know what's wrong with them. I do know what's wrong with them. I keep saying that, but I do know. They became political when they moved their freaking headquarters to California. PS3 Slim. I still have a lot of PlayStations, Daily. The PlayStation 5 is the first generation where I just don't want it. The PlayStation 4 generation sucks. I don't know what the hell they did, dude. Like, I'm happy I got it because I got to play Monster Hunter with a lot of people. God of War was a pretty good game, and Ghost of Tsushima was a pretty good game. Meanwhile, they think that Ghost of Tsushima sucks. Like, they don't, PlayStation's not happy about it. They'd rather put out some political bullshit like The Last of Us 2, some postmodernist bullshit political garbage. They're like, this is real good art here. This is good stuff. You mean the things that all your customers hated?
Until next time.
The thing where you knew they would hate it, that's why you had to lie in the advertisements for the game? That's the good stuff, huh? Yeah, let's see let's see how good the next game from that company does. I know I'll never buy another Naughty Dog game again. Ever. Ever. I do not forget. You will not have my money. I will not be scammed by a bunch of lying bullshit artists. Well, I will be scammed by lying bullshit artists. That's just how it works. I mean, look, I own one of these stupid Nintendo Pro controllers. I got bullshitted there. But I will not knowingly be scammed by bullshit artists if I have a choice, you know? Okay, Black Star. Yeah, today is basically just me complaining about things that aren't this game. Sorry. It's probably because I'm super tired. Oh wait. Man, my eyes are burning so bad, man.
What is it?
Aha, I need 5 of these. 4 more to go.
Now get hunting.
Ah, it's all good, man. It's all good. I'll try to move on from the lame station. I'm clever. I called it the lame station. The ploy station. Why are you not smiling, lady? I said something funny. She's like, did you? Oh.
Come back anytime.
See what I get. Oh baby, just what I've always wanted. Woo-wee. Wow. Alright, well, I just gotta do a little bit more waiting. Oh, I gotta eat. Ooh. We've done it.
Back to work.
Hold on a second.
There's a super slim Xbox Crystal. I've heard about Xbox Crystal. I saw it on some other guy's channel. Some I think was it Dreamcast person or something like that, maybe? I don't remember what he was called. But he has some sort of rare see-through Xbox that's not like normal see-through Xboxes. It was like part of some Canadian promotional thing or something. Like you had to sign up for internet for a year, and then you were eligible to buy it. Like you had to pay for internet for like an entire year up front, and then you could give them additional money, not even a discount, to then buy a special blue Xbox or something, which was different from the other normal blue Xbox because it just was like it was only slightly different. I don't remember what was different about it. It's one of those things where it's more expensive now, not because it looks any better or anything like that. It's like, oh, I can get this other one that looks exactly like it. Yeah, but this one has 3 screw holes instead of 2. I think, ooh, that'll be an extra $10,000. It's like that level of different. Like, there's some like the emblem on it is different or something. Some shit 90% of the people who owned it wouldn't even notice the difference.
Doing great.
Ah, what are you doing? Leave me alone. I remember one of my friends when I was a kid had a wooden colored fat PS3. Was it a sticker? You could get stickers that did that kind of thing. You could like you could buy these like really fancy stickers that were made just for your system. Xbox seems to be where it's at, Vepper, man. They seem to be the pro consumer console nowadays, which is a change. And I think it's all about the CEOs. I didn't know that when I was younger, but really, whoever owns these companies, whoever's running these companies really makes a huge difference in the policies. Like the old Xbox CEOs were assholes. They were scamming people, dude. You know how much money you had to pay for those damn things? And then they would break almost all the time. I think the failure rate was like over 50% for the original Xbox 360s. Over 50% or some shit.
Oh no, you don't. Mine.
Did that many people really, like, they're like, oh, the Xbox sold a whole bunch of consoles. Did they really like sell that many, or did like people have to get like 5 or 6 of them just to be able to last through the generation? Yeah, Xbox Crystal see-through console. My dad had one. He passed away. And oh, I'm sorry to hear about your dad, Daly. I don't think I was, because I was living in Jamaica. Then my family members, Rich, probably bought it and sent it to him. Yeah, I feel that way about the controllers now, Vapor. Like the same way the original Xbox 360s were like broken hot garbage that was scamming people out of money. That's what all modern controllers are. Well, that are made by first-party developers, right? Like, made by the actual Sony, Nintendo, and or first-party. I don't know. Yeah, made by the first-party company. There we go. So the ones that are made by Sony, Nintendo, and Xbox, they're trash. Xboxes are the least trashy of the three, by the way, but they're still trash. Their LNR design is knowingly stupid, and they still have not fixed it. Like, why is there a thin piece of plastic connecting the LNR button? I don't understand.
That's one.
Just put a spring in there. Like, what is it gonna cost? An extra 10 cents per controller? Just put the damn spring in there, and people's controllers will last longer. Oh no, but you want them to buy new controllers every damn few months. Okay, I see. Lagambi. Are you a Lagambi? I don't remember who Lagambi is. Oh, Lagambi's that. Oh, you're fighting him right now. I'm so sorry.
Out of here.
Dude.
I gotta be somewhere else now.
Soren's here fighting the monster, and I'm just wandering around the map complaining about controllers and shit. I'm just like being an old man. I'm like, these back in my day, this wasn't garbage. Everything sucks. Let me tell you a secret. If you're young, I'm gonna tell you this secret, all right? You know how old people do nothing but complain about how everything sucks more than when they were younger? Here's the secret. It's true. It's true. And when you get older, as bad as everything is compared to how young when I was young, it's going to be even worse when you're older. And so you're gonna be like, when I was younger, everything wasn't this shitty. And then the children, your children and your children's children will have everything be even more shitty. Until eventually, one day, our children will be holding literal pieces of shit in their hands when they buy expensive ass products. Like it will be made, the controllers will be formed of human feces. And they'll be like, this shit is so much worse than when I was young. I remember back when they used dog shit. Dog shit is of much higher quality than human shit.
Mine.
Like, everything does get worse. It always does. Everything is like everything is degrading, dude. The quality of everything is going down. Music is so much shittier than it used to be when I was young. And when I was young, a lot of old people were talking about how music was shitty then.
Let's run out of the way. Now's my chance.
To be fair though, like, music before my time is really good music, right? I still listen to it. I still listen to freaking Led Zeppelin and Beatles and stuff like that. Like, that's some good music, man. That's what real music sounds like. Now, I still like a lot of 80s and 90s and stuff like that music, but you can't beat the earlier music. That's some good stuff. Sony's getting sued for their faulty PS5 controllers. Dude, they don't even care, man. You know how much money they make per controller? So, like, the lawsuit will go through. The lawyers will get, like, a big payout who sued them. And Sony will lose out on, like, 2% of their profits from selling those fucking controllers or something like that. Unless we have government action, these companies are never gonna stop, dude. Like, they're allowed to falsely advertise and manipulate and scam people constantly. Or God forbid they don't have the proper incline on their fucking handicap access ramp. Oh, but actually stealing money from their customers, oh, that's fine.
No, you don't.
That's fine. So long as those customers walk up that proper incline on that handicap ramp, they can steal all the money from the customers they want.
What's this?
Thanks, government. I appreciate you. You're very useful. I'm glad you were able to buy a 5th home for yourself with all that hard work you do for me. That's awesome. Ow!
Run like the wind. Now's my chance.
Oh, that is true. When you say they pay the government, I'm pretty sure you mean the companies, and that is true. I told you guys about that. I'm not going to get into it in any more detail than I already have. It's all out in the open for you to see. It's not like it's a hidden thing. The corporations pay the government to pass laws that protect the corporation, and in return, corporations violate our constitutional rights for the government so that the government doesn't get in trouble for violating our rights. They shake each other's hands, right? So the corporations, they enrich the politicians and help the politicians violate the rights of us. Black Star was like, get it! Look at Black Star, dude. You're a killer, dude. No mercy.
Piece of cake.
Yeah. It's the circle of corruption. Hey, Twilight. I like how the commies try to blame it on capitalism. It's not capitalism's fault, dude. That shit would be happening under communism too. It would be happening under any system. It's called corruption. There has never been any form of government ever made that doesn't have corruption. And unfortunately, we don't have any means of fixing it anymore. It's not like you can vote to fix it. It's like how can you vote to fix something when there's a bunch of fucking criminals in charge, right? It's like, hey, there's been a string of bank robberies. Let's round up all the bank robbers, all right? And then let's vote on which bank robber we want to fix everything. And then we go, hey, Mr. Bank Robber, could you stop like robbing banks? We'd appreciate that if you don't rob banks anymore, please. The bank robber's like, yeah, fine, no problem, I got you. And then he continues to rob banks. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you can't do anything about it. A bunch of damn criminals. I'm sure some solution will magically present itself eventually. That's how it's supposed to work, right? Republics and democracies and all that stuff, they're supposed to be self-correcting eventually. Normally they are, but they just haven't really been working that way for quite some time. Not since billion-dollar corporations were allowed to legally bribe politicians, basically. But that was right around the time when it kind of disappeared, you know. All we have to do is convince the politicians to stop taking oodles of money, making it illegal for them to take oodles of money. Maybe you think we could do that? Hey, Mr. Bank Robbers. We can't stop you from robbing the bank, but we're gonna ask you to stop. Please, could you stop? Yeah. I'll stop. I'll stop, all right. Feel free to select whatever quest you guys want, by the way. I'm not, like, out for one thing in particular. That's why I've been running in circles.
Welcome to the hub.
I'm not a genius, though, you know. There could be some system in place that I don't know about that eventually will fix everything.
See you later then.
All right.
Come back anytime.
It's bonking. It's bonking time. I got it. It took a while for me to figure it out. Bubbly dance. Bubbly dance. Bubbly dance. Bubbly dance.
Time for a break. Time to go.
Well, the reason you don't want to get government involved in anything is because the people running government are corrupt, evil people who don't give a shit about their constituents. So what I'm trying to say is,
Back to work.
they will use any tragedy, any angle, anything that they can get their freaking dirty little hands on in order to advance their political careers and enrich themselves.
Standing by.
So
Almost done. Still busy.
let's say there's an issue, right? Like ISPs, internet service providers, are really shitty. American internet service providers are really, really, really bad, right? So what happens is Obama, just to get some brownie points with his voters, said, yo, them ISPs aren't that good, are they? He never did anything really relevant about it. He didn't fix the internet. The internet's still trash. But he talked about it. Well, now it's been politicized. Now, how does the government get involved after that? They just, it's a political issue now. That's how they got involved. They use that to get votes. So the Republicans go, the Democrats have come down on the side of this issue, so we have to come down on the side of that issue. I'll be right back. My roommate just got home, and I got to talk to him about the oven, which caught fire. So I'll be right back.
Let's go.
came!
Let's do this!
Doing great!
A few more minutes. It's important stuff because, like, possible house fire type thing. All right, I'm back, guys. So I'll explain why I had to leave here. Just, oven caught fire earlier today, and I had to turn off the breaker in order to stop it. It wasn't like some sort of home user accident type of thing. It was just age. It's like a 20-year-old oven. The burner inside of the oven just went bad and caught fire. Like there was nothing dripped on it or anything like that. It just caught fire and started shooting out sparks and stuff. We caught it really early, like as soon as it happened, because we were both in the kitchen when it happened. So we both saw like the light just shoot up it from the oven hole all of a sudden. Like, what the hell? Opened up the oven and there's flames and sparks shooting out of the burner. So obviously turned off the oven, but that didn't fix it. With the oven turned off, it still continued to shoot out sparks.
That's one.
So what was happening was, I think it was like, you know, being constantly grounded or something weird like that. I don't know.
Mine.
So even when you turned off the burner, it didn't want to stop doing what it was doing. So we had to turn off the breaker.
What's this?
Of course, there's other things on the breaker, so
This looks like a fair
I wonder if you guys already got this guy. He looks kind of big, doesn't he? Yeah, that would have been enough to capture him. He's already been grabbed. I hit him with the full combo.
That's what I'm talking about.
Xenogray? Alright. Ah! I've been fireballed!
Can't wait.
This is your fault, Xenogray. And DD2 is not good. It's an easy fix though, it's just a burner. But it is scary that the burner can go out like that, you know? What if we weren't in the kitchen when that happened? Like, how much worse would it have gotten? Because it was not... Like, you would think the burner would blow out, and so then it would just stop. But no, it blew out, and then kept causing the problem that was happening afterwards. So if, like, we set the oven and like walked away and went to a different room for 20 minutes and it happened right away, who knows? The whole damn house could have burnt down. Who knows how that works? I don't know. There was nothing in there to catch fire besides the food. But you never know. I don't know, man. You never know with electrical fires how they're gonna work. They could have, ooh, a turf war. They could overheat the damn wires inside the wall or something because it's constantly arcing, and then start a fire in the walls. Who knows what could happen, right? Oh, that was the turf war. It's over. Oh. Uh-oh. I'm in danger.
Thank you.
What do you think of monster design in Rise? I think the new monsters in Rise are pretty cool. Like the monkey boy. He's really neat, man. He's one of my favorite monsters now. He does all this funny. He does all this funny monkey business when you're fighting him. The way he runs sideways and then like pelts you with little fruit and stuff, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and then he covers his eyes, then pulls out a flash bomb and then throws it at you. And then after it goes off, he like slowly peeks out from behind his wings to see, make sure it's okay before he attacks. Like it's super awesome. I I love the animations and stuff. You can tell they were trying to be very expressive with their monster design in this game. A lot of the new monsters have some very exotic feeling style to them. Like the final boss is a literal. He's upside down most of the fight. I'll be right back.
All done. I'll be taking this. Let's see.
All right, I am back. There's more oven talk, guys. Sorry about that. I have returned. You watched Princess Mononoke, Vepper? Was it under my advisement, or did you see it before I even mentioned it?
I've been waiting for you. See you later then.
Okay, what was it doing? Oh. Oh, you've owned it. Nice. That's a good one to own. Wow, so many slots and so many whatevers. It earned its good. It's so good it earned a place in a small but great anime collection. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I really like that film too. Very good. Very good. Very, very good. There's a few movies like that that have names that don't seem like they'd be appealing, but actually end up being really good. Like, have you ever seen All the Pretty Horses? Order the dongo. You wanted a red elk. Welcome back, Black Star. All the Pretty Horses is the best film based on a Cormac McCarthy book. Now, it's not based on his best book. It's based on a good book. All the Pretty Horses is a good book, but it's not his best book. And there are films that are based on some of his better books that are of much lower quality films. Unfortunately, like The Road is just not even worth watching. You just want to read the book. Read the book. Be pleased with yourself at the experience you got from that book, and be like, yes, I am happy that I did this. I have been enriched by reading this book. This is an excellent book.
Let's go.
I love this book, in fact. I don't know anyone who's read that book who was like, that's a bad book. I hate that book. Like, I don't even think he's ever written anything after that book. Like, I'm starting to think that's his magnum opus. like he tried to write another book afterwards, and he's like, eh. I feel like it's a downgrade from my previous book. Let me see if I can punch it up a little bit, and he's just never been able to make it better. Cormac McCarthy. Sweet, he's still alive. I was worried that it was going to say died. He's 87 years old, so he's still alive. Yeah, the last book he released was in 2006. The Road. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. He looks like he's in a band. That's when he was a baby. Look at him. Look at these baby pictures. Look at these baby pictures they have under his Wikipedia. The 1973.
Making progress.
Very good books. It's weird that they don't have any modern pictures of him, though. Oh, he is so old now. Maybe he just doesn't care anymore. He's like, I'm too old. I'm not finishing another book. Screw that shit.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, here he is without some makeup. Hey, what's this? Is he an exerciser? No, that's a Photoshop. That has to be a Photoshop. All right, what was I doing? Where'd the non... One moment here. You think you're sneaky, huh? All right. Where'd it go? When was this written? This is 2 years ago. This is 2 years ago without a bunch of makeup on. That's someone born in the 30s. Here's a picture of him with makeup on. Now, you know, I'm just assuming he has makeup. When they do those photo shoots, they powder you up and stuff like that, try to make you look a bit more, you know, desirable, whatever people want, whatever they're going for. You going for older, younger, whatever they do, they aim for whatever. At the very least, I think they'll make you less shiny. I think if you're some sort of natural beauty who is like, ooh, you're so beautiful, your colors and everything are so beautiful, and then they'll still put makeup on you, but I think it's like just makeup that makes it so the lights from the studio don't reflect off of you as much or something like that, so you don't look all shiny and weird.
The hunt is on.
You.
Here, you big brute.
All right, time to put my thumb up his butt. Oh, I really pissed him off now. He's fast. Hey, calm down now. I brought a friend.
Careful, step out.
Careful. Hey, free mount. That works. Oh no, but it fainted somebody. I'm sorry.
There's an obedient fella.
We got 2 mounts out of it. Sorry that you fainted too. We got a Xenogray mount that led into a mount. Nargacuga, there is his name. I couldn't remember what it was. It's like name.
Nice work.
Dude, Xenogray just beat the shit out of Nargacuga. Wait, which led into a monkey mount. We have a monkey mount too now. There are a lot of parts on the ground when you get back here, Black Star. Xenogray is really tired. He's just laying down for a long time. Not Xenogray, but Nargacuga. Is Nargacuga bigger than normal, or is Xenogray smaller than normal? Like, they look very different in the, like, isn't Nargacuga more normally a lot smaller than, like, Nargacuga seems more bulky. He just jumped another part.
After it.
Be sure to pick up all your parts before we leave, Black Star. I didn't even pick up these over here yet. Holy crap. Nargacuga Fang, Rajang Pelt. There's Rajang parts on the ground. Black Star, look at what, like Black Star wants revenge or something. He's like, screw this, I'm gonna beat the hell out of this Nargacuga for a minute. Teach him to attack me while I'm not looking. Alright, let's see. Ninja Scroll, Vampire Hunter D, Spirit Away, Howl's Castle, Samurai X. Yeah, those are all good, man. Oh no, Black Star. Do you need a grudge match against Nargacuga?
Making progress.
I bought a book recently. I don't buy books often. It's showing up today. Cloaca. Is that the name of the book you purchased? The Man-Eaters of Salvo. I haven't heard of it. I can recommend a metric ton of really good books.
Weapons getting dull.
Wait, Nargacuga's back. He's stalking you, Black Star. Notice me, senpai. Hey, Nargacuga, what are you doing? Ow! I meant to say Xenogray. Did you really come over here, bonk me, and then try to take a nap afterwards?
This is the end.
Ghost in the Darkness with Valkimmer. I don't know. It sounds kind of familiar. I'm not really sure. I used to read a bazillion books, but I don't really read much anymore. I always want to get back into it. My backlog is uncompletable, similar to my game backlog.
It's not over yet. Getting away. Gotta keep it sharp.
But I don't like to read the books physically much anymore because it's really hard for me to read the words now. Like they look funny because of the way the double vision does that thing and how it splits it up. Like it doubles the words vertically, and depending on how bad it is, sometimes it's worse than others. It ends up making some letters really hard to understand. So I need like when I was playing Breath of Fire 3, those letters were so massive on my screen, which is one of the reasons why you guys saw that I was reading them. I was reading faster than I normally read, and it's because it was easier for me to make out the words. Oh, there he is, no great.
Just what I need.
I want to be fully healed, and then I want to do this. See, he's gonna keep forcing me to heal, isn't he? All right, here we go. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, okay, I give up. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now. Wait, where's the bug? How do I use up the bug? Eh, whatever. I don't care if I die. Just do it. Alright, now I'm happy.
Waste of good food.
Ah! This is not my fault. I'm gonna eat it. I've destroyed the evidence.
I make the best meal.
It's even harder to see here. Oh, here we go.
So tasty. Looks great.
Looks great. You read manga, and what I was planning on doing a review for a manga as an experiment. I recorded it once and I didn't like it, so I'm gonna reread it and record it again because I didn't like the review I made. I must have been really tired when I made it, because like when I started trying to edit it later on, I was like, wow, what is this, dude? Basically, I sounded like I had less energy than I sound like I have right now, and that's me without like hardly any sleep. That's why I sound so today, because that's how I feel. I'm very tired. The loins got used to Alright, he's like, my bad, I meant lions. Ah, so that's what it's based on. See, all these monsters seem bigger than normal to me. Like, this guy seems bigger. But he's not, is he? I think that all the monsters in this game are just slightly bigger versions of the ones that are in World. Like, look at him. When you fight him in World, this is his max size. Look at his tail, and like it's way up in the sky. That's like his max possible size in World. I think this is his average size in this.
That's what I'm talking about.
I can recommend some other Cormac McCarthy books, obviously. There's other books that are really interesting books that are not from him, too, that I've read. Depending on what kind of stuff you like. I know a fun set of novels, where there's a ton of them, are some books by Jim Butcher. Jim Butcher. What is the name of the series? I remembered his name, but I forgot the name of the series. They're like fun. It's like the adult version of Harry Potter. Harry Copperfield Blackstone Dresden. I can remember the character's name, the main character, but I can't remember the name of the thing. It might be called the Dresden Files. The Dresden Files. Uh-oh. We might get a game over here, boys. Thanks for the heal, because I couldn't tell what the hell was going on, so I didn't know what buttons to press.
This should fix it.
But yeah, the Dresden Files. It's like Harry Potter, but for adults. And by that I mean much better. Like much better than Harry Potter. I couldn't even finish. I tried to read Harry Potter once, and I was like, I'm too old for this shit. And and I've read some childish books in my days. I don't know, just something about the writing style, or maybe I was just in a bad mood that time or something. Who knows what was going on? But I know I read like a quarter of it and I just got bored. And maybe if I hadn't watched the movie, I would have been more excited about it or something. But I was just like, this isn't offering me much. So I didn't get down with it. But Dresden Files. Oh yeah, I can get down with that. I read 13 of them, I think. I think there's like 13 or, I mean, there's 14 or 15 books. And each one was better than the last, up until 13. Like, book 2 was better than 1, book 3 was better than 2, book 4 was better than 3, book 5 was better than 4. Like, I liked them all more than the last, up until, around book 13, I think it was. I was like, this wasn't his best work. Oh no, emergency! Emergency! Thanks, Belle.
I knew I could count on you.
That's an easy recommend, because most modern kids nowadays are like, I love Harry Potter so much when they grow up, like, right? I'm talking about like 20-year-olds and stuff like that. They grew up and they're like, I grew up on me some Harry Potter and I love me some damn Harry Potter. Like, oh yeah, you're an adult now. Try to read the Dresden Files. And then they're like, damn, I like me some Dresden Files. I want more of that. That's exactly how the conversations went, word for word. Ow! Damn it! I think Xearrik thinks I'm a liar. May Xearrik strike me down, or Rajang strike me down. Like, ow! Damn it, Rajang! Hey-ya! I want this. How dare you try to death laser beam me? Post-apocalyptic. Let's see. There's a post-apocalyptic book that is humorous and still good and serious and interesting and different. What was it called? Trying to think of random, like a random book series that would be out of. What was that called? I need to write down the names of every book I ever read at some point. Like just spend a few days trying to remember them all and writing them all down. And then update the list every time I remember a new book that I had read. Or an old book that I had read. I can't remember the name of the writer either. I believe it was a female. I could probably figure it out by doing a quick Google search of some interesting terms.
Out of here.
Leave me alone, Jaguars. Oryx and Crake. Oryx and Crake. That's a book out of nowhere. You'd be like, I ain't never heard that book. What's this book? Oryx and Crake? I wonder what this book here about. You'd be like, oh my god, this book is crazy as hell. I like this book. If you want a post-apocalyptic book that's different than like, you're like, I like the post-apocalyptic genre, but it's kind of tired. I've experienced just about every type of like writing style of that genre that there is. I'd like to see what else they could, like some interesting version of that someone could come up with. Throws the formula upside down and twists it sideways and does some weird stuff with it. Well, Oryx and Crake does that. Oryx and Crake does that for sure. It is a strange book. Book by a more famous writer, Chuck Palahniuk. You like Fight Club? The Fight Club movie is essentially one of the best book to movies ever done. Excellent, excellent. You're not going to get a whole bunch more out of watching the book. I mean, you'll get a little bit of new stuff, but the book just did the movie just did a damn good job. Like, that's one of those ones where you technically don't have to read the book. You got the experience from the movie. And you got even more out of the movie in some aspects. Like, they just did an excellent job with that movie. However, he's written other books. And another book that's quite good, in fact, I like it a bit more than the Fight Club book. Not more than the Fight Club movie, but more than the Fight Club book, was a book he wrote called Survivor, I believe. Survivor. That book, I think I've talked about that book on stream before. That book made me laugh quite a bit. Very dark humor. It's one of those. That's what Chuck Palahniuk does. He does dark humor. He does dark, funny humor. I struggle to remember the names of so many of these things, some of these books I've read. There was one that was really neat. I can't remember what it was called. Like this guy found like a crashed UFO or something like that, and he recovered some of the technology from the UFO instead of experimenting on it. Transmitting data. Please do not disconnect until completed. What the hell? That's new. And it was pretty neat in that what happened was he actually learned about the technology, because it was more than just the technology. And what it was is he got like a flight computer from it somehow, and he was able to get it to work, and eventually able to start deciphering what it's the language. Because what he could do was, it contained an absurd amount of knowledge. Like it contained an absurd amount of stuff. So rather than him just having like the technology that was in the craft that crashed, instead he had a computer essentially, like that he could operate, and it had a huge like an alien version of an Encyclopedia Britannica, right? It had an incredible amount of information about stuff that was undiscovered human things, right? And so he used that computer to start making advances in technology for humans that no one had ever seen before. And the government got really pissy about it. But there wasn't much they can do, because when they showed up to try to do something about it, he just used some other fancy technology to do some weird shit. I can't even remember. That was a pretty interesting book too. I can't remember the whole thing though, unfortunately, and especially the title. I forgot what it was called. It might have been something really simple like The Saucer or something like that. I'm pretty sure I read a book called The Saucer, but I don't know if that's the book I'm talking about. Full reset time. All right, someone sent me their guild card. Hold on. You picking up the lady? Look at you. Look at you, man. That's a nice one. Some other ones I don't remember the names of. There's another one with a similar alien theme. Alien technology theme, but this one is different. Rather than like finding a computer essentially and deciphering that and eventually learning like fancy technology, and also he was an inventor. Like he was like one of those old school inventors that they still made movies about in the 80s and 90s, where it's like, wow, look at all this fancy tech, useless tech this guy came up with. He was that kind of guy. So he was a tinkerer, inventor kind of guy who discovered that stuff. Hey, look at it back there. That's my buddy. That's one of my buddies back there. Look at him. He's back there playing with the bugs. Hey, buddy. Dang, Black Star, 200. I think I'm over 100 hours. Alright, so let's see. What is this? Buddy. Select buddy. No, auto select buddies. There we go. Bam. Confirm. Yes. Buddy. No. Lagny Apple. Confirm. Yes. There we go. That's set. Oh no, what did I do? Okay, there we go. There's the one that was playing with the bugs. Bye, buddy. Don't recall them. Oh yeah, was a so there was another one. I really liked those style of books. So I read a bunch of them of that style that was really cool, where it was like modern humans discovered advanced technology, and it was in the hands not of like the government basically. And they use that to do things, which was pretty neat. One of them was
Until we meet again.
I can't remember the name of this book either. There was a aliens. There were aliens visiting Earth, but we couldn't really communicate with them properly, and we couldn't convince them to do anything for us and talk to us that much, but we knew they were there.
How can I help you?
And they would like stop by every now and like hang out. And but no one ever managed to get any headway with them, right? Like we didn't like attack and kill them or anything, but we also didn't like sign any treaties or, you know, convince them to give us some technology or something interesting like that. Like none of that crap, right?
Come back anytime.
And I think a few years go by and it starts to become a little bit less exciting that the aliens were there. I think. I can't remember. But eventually what happens is some kid was... I don't remember how it happened exactly. But basically, he went on his way to talk to the aliens. And rather than just trying to convince them of some random crap, what he did was I think he filled up like the back of his truck with a bunch of shit. Like he filled it up with a bunch of crap, like everything he can get a hold of. Like I think he even had like bottles of Coke and stuff like that. Like just everything he can get his damn hands on. And I don't remember how he got to talk to them. I don't remember how. But basically, he like set up a little stand, like a flea market type of stand, and he's like, "Hey, look at all this shit I got." And for some reason, one of the random ass things he had down there, they were actually interested in. I can't remember what it was. It was like, I think it might have been like soda or something stupid like that. Some stupid thing that wasn't like technology based, I think. And they wanted a lot more of it, and he was the only one who figured out what they actually wanted, so he was able to just give them a whole bunch more of that thing. And so they traded him some like technology and stuff like that. Now what it turned out that those people who were trading him that stuff weren't like some sort of advanced, super advanced, like
Time for a break.
diplomats or something like that. What they were a bunch of junk traders who were just like, hey, maybe we can make some cash off of this backwards primitive planet. And they were breaking like some kind of rules, I think, by going there, if I remember correctly. I don't really know. I don't remember 100%. But I think they were breaking some sort of rules by going to the planet.
Time to go.
Because there was some sort of embargo put on the planet because it was primitive or something like that. But they're just like, yeah, you know, they're like almost like, you know, smugglers, basically. And so what they gave him essentially was trash. Because, you know, we're a bunch of dumb primitives, so we can, you know, they could trade us a shiny bead and we'll give away everything. So, yeah. So that's what they did, was they gave us a bunch of, they gave him a bunch of trash. But it was like alien technology trash, right? So it ended up being a really big deal, and he did something, and I can't remember. It's been too long. I can't even remember the plot fully. I just remember I enjoyed it. But that's one of the ones that is kind of lost in the the weeds of the countless books I've read that had a similar-ish plot. Wait, what's going on? Did I already eat? Oh, I already ate. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was a fun book too. I just can't really remember it. See, I need to reread some of these books. See, that's what I need to do. I need to make down a list of every book I've ever read, and then the ones that I've forgotten, I need to reread. The ones that I've forgotten and I like. There's some that I hate. Or that I just mildly just disliked or just found a little boring. But the ones like that one, which I remember liking but don't remember the full plot of, I'd love to reread it, you know? I'd probably remember the plot like a quarter of the way or into the book. Maybe by the end of the first chapter, I'll be like, oh, wait, yeah, I remember how this goes, but I'm still going to read it. I want to get that too. Thanks. I want to go up there too. Thanks.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think one of my favorite books as far as humans adopting alien technology and using it to advance themselves type of thing. That kind of plot was I think it was called Space Force? Star Force? Star Force. I think it's a series of novels called Star Force. And, it was really neat. What it was is, I'll give you the beginning. The beginning of the first book, right? So some college professor dude who studies computers and things like that is on his farmhouse, at his farmhouse with his kids. So he lives in a small town that there's a college in, and he has 2 kids. He's a single father, and he lives on a farm. And he's putting his kids to sleep when on the television the news of some alien shit or something like that goes down. Or no, was that not on the television, or did he not find out about that till later? I think he did find out about that, where they were like, no, I think that's something you find out about later. But anyways, he's tucking his kids in when a giant metal Doc Octopus style arm breaks through the window and just snatches his daughter, I think, and just snatches his daughter and rips her through the window, and he's like freaking out, and I think that's how it went down. And I'm trying to remember how it went down in the beginning. I think that's how it went down in the beginning. It might have been that yeah, I think that's how it went down. So he goes and gets his shotgun. Hey, Barbara, it's been a long time. Not really, though. We saw you about a month ago or so, right? Maybe just a few weeks ago. So he goes and gets his shotgun. And he runs outside, and he starts. I think he was thinking about like it's in the book is told in first person perspective. It's not a third person narration type thing, so you don't know things that he doesn't know. So what that means is but you do know things that he's thinking. And I think that he thought about shooting it, but he didn't want to shoot it because of his daughter, and he didn't know. And right around that time, the damn thing snatched up his son. And when it snatched up his son, it dropped the corpse of his daughter outside of the ship. And it landed inside of like a trough or something like that. I can't really remember. And like at that point, he freaked the shit out. Like he started shooting the UFO, and yeah. And eventually, he like calms down. I think eventually he calms down, and then he kind of like starts getting real analytical about it. And he's basically like, this thing's gonna grab me too, I bet. And I'm gonna kill me some motherfuckers. Because he just waited for it to grab him, because he's like, I don't give a shit if I die. Like, I just want to like go up in there and see what the hell happened to my kids. It drops his other kid out of it lifeless. It snatches him up. And inside of it, he's just in an empty room until some sort of weird alien deer-like creature comes out of one of the walls. And he starts shooting that thing with a shotgun and kills it. And he starts hearing this, he's hearing this voice the whole time this is happening. And he has a very analytical mind, because you hear how he thinks. He has this very analytical mind about what is happening, right? So even when he was enraged and he wanted to just rip the guts out of that thing that he believed to be responsible for the death of his children, he just... he was still very analytical about it. And so the voice is strange, the way it talks. And he quickly determines that the voice is like a robot. Like it's not like a person talking to him. It's not, there's no inflection basically type of thing.
What's this?
And the way the way it structures its stuff, it's basically, you can tell it's a computer talking to him. And it seems like he's being tested. So he's going through, the arm would grab him and pull him into a new room and test him, basically. There would be a new thing in every room
That's what I'm talking about.
and the room would say something, like the voice would tell him to do something. And like an example of one of the tests was, I think it happened actually after he might have killed the first one, killed the alien, was that 2 doors opened up. Or no, I think after that, like the arm tried to grab him, and then he did something or another, and then it like, I can't remember exactly what it said, but basically it approved of him resisting. Like it liked the fact that he was resisting him, and it approved of that, and he passed some sort of test or something. And then it opened up 2 doors, and he at some point during the test, I can't really remember when, at some point it opened up 2 doors, and he's like, I think he's becoming a little bit upset, a little bit more upset with the like he's like, he doesn't like the fact that he's being tested, so he kind of like is protesting at this point. So he doesn't go through either of the doors right away, and then the floor starts to heat up, And he eventually does go through one of the doors, but I think he like is careful about it. He's careful about it, right? Because he knows something's up or something. And then he ends up figuring out, no, I remember what it was. The door thing happened after there was 2 people. So he eventually ends up in a room with a second person. He ends up in a room with a second human being, and it's a woman. And they're talking to each other, trying to figure out what happened. She says how she was abducted too. She was a college student. And then later on, after they've been talking for a little while, 2 doors open up. And they're both looking at the 2 doors, trying to figure out, you know, which one they should choose. And he determines that they should go through one of the doors. He's like, let's go through this door here. And then the voice is like, leadership demonstrated. And then it just immediately drops a hole out underneath the girl, and the woman falls out of the bottom of the ship. The same way like the lifeless bodies of like his children did, except she was still alive. So it just drops her out of the bottom of the ship. And he tries to grab her, but then the ship like recloses up and chops off her fingers. It recloses up and it chops off her fingers. And it closes up as if it didn't like iris open. It opened up as if it kind of melted away and then reformed. And
Just getting started.
so then he gets really pissed off again, obviously, because the test was you needed to demonstrate leadership. It didn't even say what the test was. Basically, you needed to demonstrate like the ability to lead people. And so whoever was the one who like was like, hey, let's do this, the other one dies. But basically what ends up happening, without, this is all first chapter book stuff, by the way. This is all the stuff in the first chapter, basically. But basic premises of the book, a small summary of what the rest of the book is without spoiling the whole story, is that the UFOs are testing people. And they're testing people because they need pilots. There is an AI that runs the ship. But that AI has limited freedoms, limited abilities in what it's allowed to do. And so it needs an actual biological thing to be the thing that makes the main choices. And the reason it was choosing humans, the reason it was looking for human pilots, is because Earth was about to be attacked by a different group of aliens. So what happens is there's this automated alien ships that are enemies of the other aliens that go to whatever planet they're about to attack and tries to recruit people to pilot the ships to defend the planet. And because he's a computer programmer, he ends up having a lot more insight to how the alien ships work than most people, and basically everyone. Because the alien ships don't just like, you can't just be like, hey, that's my alien ship. No, the alien ship has to randomly pick you up and start testing you. You have to be one of the people randomly picked up. And then if you fail any of the tests, the penalty is death. Like they just drop you out the ship. And normally they drop you out the ship fully intact with most of the tests. But like the reason his children were being dropped out broken bloody corpses was because the test they were failing was the aggression test. It was fighting the other biological entity on board of the ship. They were children, of course. They couldn't defeat whatever the hell that thing was. So they failed the test and their bodies were dropped out. But the ship, you can't control the ship. So what the ship is doing is the ship is flying all over the planet at really high altitude until it wants to nab someone. And it nabs someone, and as long as they're doing it, as long as they're advancing through the tests, it takes off and starts flying around more. So if it drops you out, you're probably gonna die. Not unless maybe you have a parachute or something. So it's not like the government's gonna be like, oh cool, we're gonna take this alien ship. No, basically anyone, like one of the pilots of the alien ship would have to like land in a government facility and be like, yo, come experiment on this ship. And on top of that, what's worse is that the reason why that's not going to really happen too is because the ship doesn't like anything that can be threatening to the pilot of the ship. So you can try to tell the computer to like say, hey, let someone else on board the ship, but if the AI thinks that that thing is a threat to you, like that it could possibly harm you, they won't do it.
Piece of cake.
And another reason why it'd be unlikely that the people would just go around cooperating with the governments and stuff like that would be most of the people who survived the tests from the initial invasion were people who didn't trust the government that much. They were people who slept with guns and things like that because they were flying through the skies following the night and just snatching people out of their beds and shit mostly. And so most people died because they were killed by like during the aggression test and whatnot, because they were just unarmed squishy humans against some weird alien thing with like knife antler thingies. It was a pretty interesting series of books because to give a basic idea of where the books tend to go is because without spoiling stuff, is that he is a computer programmer and he has a very analytical mind, and so he tries to find ways to outsmart the AI and get around its restrictions, basically. Like, for instance, you're not allowed to... It's not allowed to answer questions about its creators. So if you're like, hey, the people who made you, where are they from? It can't tell you that. It won't. It's not allowed to. But if you're like, if you instead, for some reason, it responds better to statements.
What would you like to do?
So you can make statements about, if you could make a true statement about whatever the alien race is that made them, then it would be unable to answer. So if you said something like, the aliens that created you are purple, and if that's not true, there was some sort of answer it could give that made it apparent that that wasn't true. And then, but if you said that they were whatever color they were, it wouldn't be able to say anything. And so things like that, he was able to use all kinds of little different tricks to do things. Like, for instance, he came up with a clever idea for a map, because the bridge of the ship was basically nothing. Like, he couldn't, it was just an empty room, and you just told the ship what to do and the ship would tell you what was happening. So what he came up with an idea of, he explained how he wanted the parameters of the map to work to the ship, because the ship is basically a bunch of nanobots. And so he told the ship to create bumps on the wall. And these bumps were to represent things that like the enemy ships, basically, and things like that. and so the ship did it, but it did it in like perfect scale. So instead, all it was is there was just like one big bump, and he's like, what the hell is this? And like it's like, and there was like a little bit of bumpiness other places, but it's like one big bump. And what it turned out was that was like the planet. So he's like, no, okay. So he had to then like tell it to do different scale. He's like, okay, I want the planets to be this scaled. I want the planet bumps to be scaled down to this size, but I want the ships to be scaled to remain at this scale. Eventually, until he was able to get it to display a map of what's happening in a relatively understandable way with his eyes. Oh, I should eat. Sorry. So, the alien ship is obviously not supposed to share technology as well. However, using very manipulative ways of like messing with the program, he is able to get access to different types of systems that he shouldn't be able to have access to. So it's a series of books. I think there's like 5 or 6 of them. And yeah, very interesting, very interesting. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed where the story went and all the stuff that happened. It was pretty good.
Time to go.
A tasty treat indeed.
Hold on a sec.
But yeah, I believe those books were called Star Force. Look up the word Star Force. Star Force books. Yep, that's what they're called. First book is called Swarm. Ooh, he's made more since then, huh?
No one's getting past me.
I read books 1 through 7. Looking on the cover, I believe I read 1 through 7. Now I want to read the other ones. There's more. Yeah, these are fun. Those were fun books. Fun books. I like how the story evolved. Very interesting.
I feel like a million Zenny.
I feel like a million Zenny, by the way, guys. He's got 14. You've read those books, Auntie? Did you read those? I would love those books to be a film. So I'm just gonna put auto turrets everywhere, and don't feel like you have to use one of them that an auto turret isn't at. Just pick whichever location you want to be at, and then put an extra auto turret down somewhere where you don't want to be. Like, so like I'm gonna change this one here into a normal one. No, actually I want that to be an auto turret still. I'm gonna be this one over here, right next to the gate, so I can try to knock them off of it. Oops, mistakes were made.
That should do the trick.
Don't let me down.
All right.
So you?
Let's do
Oh, I did the exact same thing again. What the hell's wrong with my brain? Whatever.
They're here.
fair match.
I'll just use this.
Don't let me
this one.
down.
I'll do my part.
Have to reset.
This should do the trick. Don't let me down.
Don't fall off. Hey, what are you doing coming over here that fast? Where'd he go? The hell bullshit. Lies and fake news. How many headshots does it take? You got attacked from behind by that guy. That's lame. Back up, you foul beast.
We have to stop them.
You're my best. Let's do this.
I keep doing the auto. That cutesy was really big, wasn't he? I think Macho Red 1 or 2. Tom Hanks' son looks kind of close to John Cusack. You probably see movies. You're right. Had to look it up on IMDb. You know who looks? You know whose son looks interesting? Have you ever seen pictures of Clint Eastwood's son? Clint Eastwood's son looks like a little clone of Clint Eastwood. It's very weird. Like, I think he got himself cloned. I don't think that's his kid. I think that's his clone. like it's crazy. I was like, man, they should pay him to do like modern versions of Clint Eastwood's films. Like just spruce him up a little bit. Exact same story, exact same everything. Just HD-ify them or something. If you can't, HD-ify the old ones. I don't know. I don't buy actual hard film things anymore. I haven't watched a new film in years. Gather dropped materials. I don't think I've been doing that. My bad. His wife stabbed him? What's that sound? I hear explosions off in the distance.
The village is safe with me.
Behold the fruits of our tree.
My buddies.
Why do rich people gotta be stabbing people? I don't understand that. Like, what can you have to be so mad about that you gotta stab somebody for, man? You know how many options you have as a wealthy person? You can do anything. You choose to stab somebody. You could do anything in life. Some of these people are so rich they could just go buy an island and then just live on the island. Like, screw this. I'm miserable because of this. I'm gonna go buy an island. No, they're gonna go stab somebody.
to stop them!
Claim self-defense. Is he dead? It might have been self-defense. You never know. The courts do tend to favor the women in those cases too. So you never know. But like I heard about that kind of stuff happen with Johnny Depp recently, but it turned out that she was just a complete total liar. But you never know, man. Like, cause there are a lot of bad guys like that. Like my dad was one of those kind of bad guys. He did a lot of messed up shit. Yeah, the liars unfortunately make it worse for the people who actually are under that kind of problem, because then when they try to get help, people doubt them, you know?
I think we found their leader!
Take this! What the hell are you doing way over there? I said take this. That means you take it. Stop being so far away.
My buddy's the best. Look out!
You take it, you like it. And that now you sound like a like one of those types of people who need to be who need to be stabbed. Uh-oh. Oh, that wasn't bad. Well, hello there. Oh, he's already dead? Yeah, I'm selling for about 30 million. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't think I ever will. Sugarland. I didn't see that. Ultra rich luxury. That's like a 901-210 91210 place or something like that. But for Texas apparently. What am I doing? I don't even remember. Where am I? I think it was this on this one. You loathe that show. I never saw a single episode of it. Yeah, there was a lot of those shows I never saw a single episode of. I never saw a single episode of the One Tree Hill show. I remember people talking about that back in the day. Now, Smallville, I did see a whole bunch of Smallville. I saw all but the last 2 seasons, I think. I saw a whole bunch of My Name is Earl and a whole bunch of comedies, but normally the drama stuff I didn't watch that much. Some of the sciencey stuff I liked too.
All set.
I've never seen The Wire. Giant snowstorm we had. Construction of the ship through the roof. Oh yeah, from the Texas where the power was out and everything. Yeah, that sucked. A lot of people were ruined by that thing. Oh no! Monkey! Dangerous monkey! Nukes! Big booms are the best booms. Hey, what are you doing there? Stay away from Black Star. Back. Get away from him. I like those death beams coming from those things. Pretty awesome.
The Apex is here.
I got wood out of... Oh. Alright, to the end. That's the end of all of our barricades because of a roar. I got wood out of the crap wood to build a small ramp for the neighbor's old dog. It was 25 bucks for crap.
We need that gate in one piece.
Is that a good thing? I don't know. I don't know what you're... Hopefully that's a good thing and yay? I don't know.
Let's do this. Don't let me down.
Gotta protect the village.
Doesn't he break this when he roars?
Listen up, brave defenders!
Yeah, I'm not even gonna... I think he breaks this when he roars.
Let's
Still gonna
do
put something here for now.
Careful! Stare at the toes!
Don't let me down. This should do the trick. Let's do this.
Elder Fugan has joined the battle. Yeah, new construction regulations. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, the government's going to want to have to show that it's actually having some sort of impact on the problem and being like, oh, it won't happen again. See, we solved it by passing this rule. You little monkey man. How dare you? Take this.
Follow me!
Thank you kindly.
I have a new pet. Let's ride, monkey man.
This is gonna be good.
Hiya! Hey, back. Yeah, throw. Ooh, look at that. You saw that move? Look at that. Dead eye. Bam!
You're my best.
Throw some
pal.
fruit at him. Oh, wait, I guess you could flip on him instead. Lay down.
Bye. Attack.
Ooh. Bam! Now is not the time for that counter signal for you. Wait, no, don't run away. I was having fun.
Watch out for the apex! Guard that gate! Here it comes!
Pew pew pew. Did she just say pew pew pew?
Now I'm getting angry.
Oh baby, did you see that damage? This damn kid. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. There it is. It's ready for you. Oh, it didn't open back up. Oh wait, is that one over there ready too? I think this one over here is ready. Oh, he's coming. You fool!
You're not getting in.
I like how we're not getting credit for using the Dragonators, unfortunately. We just used it 2 more times, but it's still 2 of 5.
Careful. Stay on your toes.
Ooh. Where's the nuke at? I'd like to see the nuke again.
My buddy's the best.
Picked up wood and make Catopia.
I knew I could count on you.
Did you see my video last night? Then is that I called my world Catopia. Oh, that one over there is fully green. I wasn't paying attention. This one's surely gonna be green any second. If he comes back, oh yeah, that one's green now too. Well, both the Dragonators are ready again. If he happens to move towards either of them, be sure to use them, guys. I could check to see if there is a new... No. Is this a Dragonator or is this like a nuke? I think it's a nuke. Oh, it's a Dragonator. I saw where it was like last second. I should have used that as soon as it was recharged. Because he's been fighting around that for a good minute.
Nothing personal, buddy.
Kitty Tree Kingdom.
Let's see.
As soon as the house is complete add another kingdom. Land prices must be high in Texas too. I imagine. I heard about a lot of people like moving into Texas recently because of how much more lax they were on the virus stuff. So I'd imagine the real estate people are going to be like wise to that, and they're going to be like, oh, there's an influx of people, which means demand is going to be higher. Let's raise the prices. Oh, that sucks, Xboxer. Well, hopefully she can get all that done. That's awesome that she's like wealthy enough to be able to consider it. It just sucks that she's still, though, that they are possibly it's gonna cost her more money than it should based on current construction costs and whatnot. All right, we got stun resistance, counter strike, reload, special ammo. Ugh, a bunch of gross stuff basically. Meow. Let me go. I want to fly. Fly like a cat. Or kitty cat. Okay. That's a bit better. How many missions? 3 more. Okay.
Have a look around.
Shinies!
This is why I chose this profession.
Eh.
Until we meet again.
Yeah, that reminds me of this video I watched just the other day. I found these 2 channels that animate these videos, and they do it in this really interesting looking way. And they do little skits with the animations. It's pretty funny. And one of them recently was of a guy finding a scroll in the woods, and then he starts to read the scroll, and it summons a demon, and the demon's like, "What realm have you summoned me to?" And he's like, Earth." He's like, "What year?" He's like, 2021. He's like, "Ah, send me back now." He's like, I don't know how to send you back. He's like, "Send me back." Everyone's all like, "Oh man, thank you. I'm so happy this year's over. This has been a bad year. I can't wait till next year." Oh, why is it worse? Welcome to life. Every year is worse than the last.
Hey there. Time to go.
See you later, man. Thanks for doing some hunts with us. Let's see if let me find the video. I'll link it. Here you go. Pretty funny stuff. Anyone who thought someone was gonna be better than the last was blind. Oh yeah, it's definitely. And the next year is gonna be even worse. Welcome to life.
See you later then.
But don't worry, the people who ruined everything are gonna fix it. Just like they do every year. Like, it's all fine. We ruined everything, but we'll fix it. We all promise we'll fix it. No, the problem is you need to stop fixing it. Like, you stop fixing it, we'll fix it. Okay, we'll fix it. You stop. That's the best way you can help us right now.
Duty calls.
Just stop. It's like a bull in a china shop apologizing for wrecking up the place and saying that he'll fix it, and he just starts trying to pick up plates with his hooves and just keeps smashing new things. Like, this isn't working. Just stop, please. Just leave the shop, please.
Standing by. I'll have one. Almost done.
Send me back.
This'll be easy.
Exactly, Daily.
So much power.
Protect the village at all costs.
Bam, 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 bam.
Don't let me down. This should do the trick.
Yeah.
Don't let me down. This should do the trick.
Bam, 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 bam.
Let's do this. This should do the trick.
Looking great.
Don't let me down.
All these auto over here. Like I said, if you find an auto turret in a location you want to use Korvath, just switch it to whichever turret you want.
Looking great.
Great.
What the hell am I doing? Do what you need to do. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of you. This is the one I want. I choose you, Pikachu.
Let's do this.
Big news, Sony stated they won't shut down the PS3, PSP Vita store after Backlash. They said they made the wrong decision and they're sorry for not listening.
The hunt is on.
Alright, well
Give 'em a warm welcome.
that's nice. That's real nice.
I won't let anything bad happen to the village.
Now, I want them to take a whip and lash themselves for even saying that they would do such a thing. Like one of those penitent monks. I want them to lash themselves. The penitent monks, I think, right? I'm sorry, I have sinned. That's damn right you sinned.
let me down.
Hey, you! Stop it.
They're coming.
That's the big one.
Ooh. That's the big one, is it?
Let's do this.
Gotta protect.
Hey, Monkey Man, how's it going? Back up.
Let's go, everyone!
Monkey Man's angry.
My buddy's the best.
Hey. Well, that wasn't what I wanted. Hey-ya!
You're my best pal.
This is gonna be good.
Smithy! Oh, Monkey Man, careful! Alright, he's retreating. Mario Paint. You used to have parties where you'd make music and stuff. That's pretty neat. Back. Foul beast, back. Hey-ya!
You're done for!
Yeah, that's right.
Good as new!
The stream probably looks pretty dirty right now. My internet is not doing fancy stuff. That's good for us. Hopefully the game stays connected and all that stuff properly, but the internet streaming aspect of it is being mean to us. There's a little fire right there. I wonder if it was damaging the gate. You would taser people until they were on fire? The hell's wrong with you, man? You're a monster. Can't you just shoot them and be done with them like a normal person? Reminds me of another one of the videos that guy made. There was a Metal Gear version of one that was pretty good. The NES was so fun. A lot of the consoles were tons of fun. Not a big fan of the PlayStation 4. That's the one I invested in this generation. I have a Switch because of Frank. If I had purchased this with my own money,
I'm ready.
I would have been like, eek, it is a very expensive thing. I mean, there's some good games in it, but I don't know.
Calling all defenders.
Noah and Minoto unlocked. Nice. Back, foul beast. Ow! How far did I get hit from? Stop it. Son of a bitch!
I knew I could count on you.
Careful, stand your ground. Great.
Oh no, you don't.
You mother effer. There are magic fireballs hitting me from nowhere, guys. There's nowhere hitting me. Damn magic, invisible freaking monsters shooting fireballs at me.
leave us alone already.
You're not getting in!
Dude, he hit me through the Jaginator.
That's what I need.
Stop hacking. Man, I used a damn Dragonator and he's still like, nah, I'm gonna hit you ass. I graduated high school in 98. 99 I think was me. I actually can't remember. I swear, I think it was 99 though. It might have been 98, same year as you, Pepper. I could pull it out of my closet and go look at it. I don't feel like it though. I know it was before the year 2000. That's what I remember.
It's here.
Anjanath. Oh no. Well.
Time for an all-out attack.
Give them all you got!
Take this.
Surprise!
Hey, he didn't even lay down. Shouldn't that have knocked him down? There it goes. All right, Anjanath. You asked for it.
Don't let me down.
It's a party of Anjanaths. And they about to get Fugan. Get Fugan. You didn't like that, did ya? Nobody likes getting Fugan. Ah, crap, there's so many more. The sun setting them on fire because it was a game about SWAT team. Ah! It's not fun being on fire. Setting those mass bastards with fire was satisfactory. Come on, man. This is some bull. Ah! This son of a bitch needs to get down.
It's coming for you!
Keep up the good work. Now's my chance.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. It's gotta be so close. Just do it. Hurry. There it is.
I'm just getting started!
Oink.
This is the moment of truth! This should be the train.
You fools!
You're not getting in!
Wait, why do those guys ignore the bait? Hackers ignoring bait.
Welcome to Gamora!
Hack your way through that. Oh, not again, not again. You, stop it.
So much for that.
Ah! What the hell, man? I was trying to look at chat. Setting people on fire while they're looking at chat. What the hell are you, Black Star? Oh, no, wait. I mean, Xboxer? I didn't do anything wrong. There we go. I can't fast travel? But there's no one here. I'm all alone. Why can't I fast travel when I'm all by myself? Elf. I still can't fast travel. What the hell? I have to walk like some sort of pleb. Oh, was Black Star who was setting people on fire? You monster. Hello there. You like to set people on fire? Yeah!
Don't let me down.
Found the apex.
Let's do this. Be careful! Don't let me down.
Look out!
Ow, I'm poisoned.
Somebody stop them!
Oh. Somebody nuke him.
Surprise!
Boom!
Things are only going to get worse! This is bad! Let's do this!
United we stand strong!
The installation over there finished yet? There he goes. No!
They must not get through!
Down.
Alright, mount time. I'm gonna grab this one that's further away. You're gonna mount.
Just getting started, eh? Show me what you're made of.
Because I knew it was coming, so I figured I should grab the one that's further. You! Back, foul beast.
You're my best pal.
This is our gate. Stay away. He is having a bad day.
Nice work!
Outstanding!
The apex is acting strange!
What the hell is he doing? Some sort of weird super perpetual roar shit.
Incoming!
I'm just gonna lure him over here so he's not on the gate. There's no point in having him up this far over here. It's not gonna help that much. I thought I heard something. Hey, Ghost Shaper, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Oh, where'd that come from? Ow! Nice shot. Got the girl. Burn things. Shoot them. She takes joy in her work.
This is the end.
Finds joy, I guess. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. That was a weird delayed roll, but it still worked after the fact, so somehow they could hit. Wow, that was my whole health bar. Ow! Alright, bye, kid.
Let's do this. This should do the trick.
Come on, that hits me way back here against the wall. Might as well just turn this around. It would have hit him anyways. There we go.
You're my best pal.
Because he did nothing. Exactly. This guy is beefy. There he
Rest easy
goes.
for now.
I just had to break dance on his face a few extra times. Whew. Finally went down.
I'll be taking this.
He was ignoring the taunt horn. I still hear that taunt horn back there. Is there there is. It's way back here though. Is it close enough to get a nuke? Maybe Korvath can set it off. I won't be able to get there in time. It's blinking real quick. It's almost time. I don't think we'll get it off in time. I think it'll be like ready just after. Yeah.
All right.
I was hoping for one final nuke. S+. Well, just the two of us. That's nice. I think this has potential to come to console. Monster Hunter Rise. No, there's probably some sort of exclusivity deal. Apparently it is coming to PC, but I haven't heard any word of it coming to PS4, PS5, or Xbox. Dude, I got 2 medium slots. That's pretty neat, but the skills are just blah. I don't think I'd ever gotten 2 medium slots before. Well, I think that's going to be it for today, everybody. I hung in there a little bit longer than I planned. Man, because I got almost no sleep last night. But I am, of course, going to do a second stream. I haven't decided yet whether or not I'm going to continue to do 2 days in a row of that new game, or play some more Stardew Valley or something like that too. I don't know. Could be anything. So there's no telling what I'm going to do. I never know. Look at Kitty doing his little dance. He's so cute. I saw YR this morning. I saw Year this morning. I figured we were going to end early today. Your late night stream have been nice. Wind down. It's not that much earlier than normal, right? Because normally I've been doing about 4 hours, so about 6 o'clock is. Since I've been doing like split double streams, I normally go for about 3 or 4 hours. So it's not that later. I went much longer than I thought. I thought I was really going to be done after just a couple hours. But I was able to spend most of my time just talking about random stuff, while at the same time not being too angry about anything. So I think that was the accomplishment. I didn't get mad at the game or anything like that. Normally when I'm tired, I get cranky every now and then. I was able to keep back the crankiness. Now, I could not be cranky about the dang Switch controller. That was bothering the heck out of me at the beginning of the stream. So we got about a half an hour rant about how bad modern controllers are. But who doesn't agree with me there, right? Like, everyone knows they're overpriced crap. I want 8-Bit Dough to make a PlayStation controller. They make an Xbox and a Nintendo controller now. They need to make PlayStation controllers because they make much better controllers than the Xbox and Xbox, Switch, and PlayStation. Thank you, MuxJ, as well, man. Appreciate it. I heard that you read some of the Star Force books that I was talking about. They were pretty interesting, huh? I read, like, I think the first 7 it was when I was looking at the covers of them online when I looked it up. I think it was the first 7. But yeah, if you were thinking about reading something and you haven't read since you were young and you were a big fan of Harry Potter, the Dresden Files is a very easy recommend for people. And yeah, it's just a very easy to recommend because it's such a fun series of books, and it's it is basically Harry Potter but for adults, where the wizard is older, not necessarily wiser, and a lot more snarky. I love snarky humor in a protagonist. I love it when that's one of my favorite things about those series of books is that they're written in first person, right? And so Dresden will be crapping his pants. You'll know that he's like he is scared out of his mind, and then but he still manages to say the most asshole-ish snarky things to just piss off whoever's messing with him even more. It's just like, yeah, yep, that's what he does. That's what you get. Those are very fun books, and I have listened to them on audiobook too. And those are actually pretty good audiobooks on top of that. They're, I think the name of the guy who read them was James Marsters is his name, I believe. And he is the guy who played Spike in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Except he's using an American accent. So, take from that what you will. He did a good job. I mean, he's a professional actor, so he read the lines pretty well. Anyways. Oh no, it's not that. It's not that. Well, there was one book, Daily, where there was some bondage. But that wasn't. I think that was like book 5 or 6 before that happened. There was like a vampire involved, and yeah. Anyways, like I said, Harry Potter for adults. It's not. I mean, I'm not saying it's X or anything. What I mean by adults is like, as in, they're adult themed, right? They're about more than kids going to a school. Cause, you know, that was Harry Potter. Kids going to a school and growing up and learning and things like that. So that's a children's theme with a setting of wizards and stuff like that thrown in there, right? So take adult themes, which he's a PI. The protagonist, who is a practicing wizard, is a PI. But he is in the yellow pages under wizard as well. He's the only one in Chicago for some weird reason. Well, I'll let you guys go. I'm gonna get some rest. And be sure to let me know if you guys ever do read any of the recommendations I've done. I make the same recommendations most of the time because they're pretty simple reads for people. But no one ever gets back to me. It's like, oh yeah, I read that. I want another book. I don't get into the deeper stuff normally. So, have a nice one. Bye, everybody. Later. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I will see all of you hopefully later on today. Or in the middle of the night, who knows? That second stream is always random. Bye. Yeah, I don't even know if there are phone books anymore, Daily. The first book was written. Hold on, let me see when it was written. Alright. By the way, there was a 1 season long TV show that was made. It was so bad, like everyone hated it so much that it didn't get re-signed on and didn't deserve it. It was a crime against humanity. It was so bad. 2000, the year 2000. So the first book came out 20 years ago. He's written 17 books. I think he said the overall story arc he had planned was going to be like 20 books long. I guess it's getting close to the end. I am either 3 or 4 books behind. I think I'm 4 books behind. That's how many years it's been since I've been reading. Yeah, 5 or 6 years. I need to get back into reading sometime. Anyways, good night, everyone. I'll see you guys all later.
I've got it.
Bye. Send me back. Send me back. Yeah, exactly, Daily. It was a good one. Good one. Good one. Here, I'll